All right, everybody, welcome to update number 2 for the Love's EV Charging Network here on October 26th of 24. Right off the bat, my apologies for not getting this update to you a little faster. I came down with the flu last week, so it's put me a little behind on my intended update. Fortunately, there's not a huge amount of news to talk about, so I don't think you're going to have missed too much, but we will run through it here real quick. Just as a reminder from the original press release, Love's showed these locations as coming soon on their map, as I referenced in the original update. Some of these have been easier to find information for than others, and even some of their existing charging locations on here are a little suspect to me. So kind of use this for what it is as a starting point. I'll show you a map of the information I've been able to find more explicitly here in a moment. They did also mention they were going to do their initial rollout in Pennsylvania, New York, and Kentucky first before the end of 2024. And as you'll see in some data about awards, that makes sense. So some changes since the last update. There were some additional NEVI awards made in Kansas back on the 3rd of October. A couple of sites that are going to be in Dodge City and in Ottawa. The Ripley, New York station is live in Chargepoint's backend, but still unavailable as far as I can tell for actual charging. I haven't seen any check-ins on PlugShare attempting to use that station yet, but it does appear it may be the first of this new rollout to go live. Waterloo, New York continues under construction and does have confirmed Chargepoint hardware. And then, of course, Jonestown, PA in Pennsylvania, we talked about in the last update, that is also under construction. I wanted to show you real quickly on PlugShare that site. If you click in, there have been some more recent pictures uploaded here recently. And you can see that the Chargepoint hardware is over here adjacent to the canopy, but not under it. These are the power bricks associated with the charging posts. So it remains a little unclear whether this is going to be a canopied location or not. That was promised in the original rollout and press release from Love's, but we'll see. Maybe that'll be added at a later date, or it could still be added here before this one goes live. All right, let's talk a little bit about pricing. This is still early on. I've included all the pricing from the existing Love's chargers, even those that are not, of course, included in this newest rollout. So there's a lot of CPOs here in a lot of different locations. The average price right now is 61 cents per kilowatt hour. That's ranging anywhere from 47 cents kilowatt hour on Tesla stations up to a high of 81 cents per kilowatt hour on EV Connect. Those EV Connect stations are all in California, where energy prices are generally higher, so that's kind of to be expected. I think we'll get a lot better feel for what this is going to be long term as some of these Chargepoint stations roll out in this more recent effort for these interstate routes. Again, here's a better look at the national site status from the data I've collected. I'll leave that here for just a second. By my count, we've got 72 awarded sites, 3 under construction. Those are the 2 in New York and 1 in Pennsylvania. 26 currently open across multiple CPOs and a couple of planned locations. Again, Love's has said that they're going to provision for EV charging at all their new Love's sites. So one of those in Alabama is under construction, and the one in Mississippi shows up on their map. I'm not quite sure the status of that site right now. Let's talk about the sequence of construction. So I've organized this table here by date of award from oldest to newest. So you can see the Pennsylvania and Kentucky awards were done in August and October of last year. So we're coming up on 12 to 14 months for those. So this aligns with Love's anticipated rollout through the end of the year, getting stations started and hopefully online in those states by the end of 24. And then going down the list, I think we can expect a couple of Kansas sites and some Tennessee awards to be the next ones that go into construction. I'm relatively close to at least one of these in Tennessee, so I'm hopeful once they get started I can do a little more hands-on recon of what the sites are going to look like. Several of you asked for a status update by time zone, so I'm going to tick through these pretty quickly. Here is the Eastern time zone, both awarded, open, and under construction sites. So you can pause here if you want to take a little closer look at this data. Here is the Central time zone, and there are 3 slides of this, a lot of planned sites in the Central time zone. Alabama, Arkansas, Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Mississippi, a large number of them in Oklahoma. Tennessee has several awards. And lastly, Texas has several awarded and a few open already. All right, thanks for watching. Hopefully by the time I get to do another update, we'll see more sites under construction and have some better idea of how the pricing is going to fall out for these sites. If you have any questions or want to see additional information, thank you for your feedback in the comments on the last video. That was very useful, and I'll continue to try to include things that are important to you guys. So again, thanks for watching and have a good weekend.